It's a cool t-shirt. TNP Nation, what's going on? This is Nut and Fancy, running the Nut and Fancy project. It's coming to the end of 2011. We're just beating the wire with merchandising here in the Nut and Fancy project. Finally, I'm sorry, I've heard so many comments and emails from you guys. When are there going to be more t-shirts? When are there going to be more name tapes? And by request, we have ginned it up, and we have really ginned it up for you. That's one of the things I want to do better in TNP, is be better at getting you guys those things that you can wear, that you can have, that associates yourself with what's going on here in TNP. The philosophy, the love for the gear, the reviews, the adventures, the way of life, spending memorable times with your family and friends. It's all part of the Nut and Fancy project. It touches a lot of my friends around the world, and they want to have a t-shirt like this. Here, I got one on my lap here. First edition, Eat Your Heart Out. It's all gone. And there's been lots of you that have purchased those. We came out with them in 2009. They sold out very quickly. We placed some reorders, and those sold out. And then I got really busy with the project. I lost my son Tactical Doodle to his own stuff that was going on. He left, and without his help, I kind of let merchandising fall along the wayside. I'm sorry, but the good news is we really got it going on for 2011. And you may ask, well, is it in time for Christmas? Heck, it's the 12th of December right now. We'll do our best. It's just a family business, so we're going to ship it out as quickly as we can. I can't promise it'll get to you in time for Christmas, but it will get in time, hopefully, where it will be useful and meaningful to you. So much to tell you and show you. Okay, first off, you saw the first edition. Okay, that's what we came out with first. That's what I'm wearing as well. It came in OD and tan. Dangerous things are good. That was part of my philosophy video. I don't even know if I have that centered. Law enforcement, military, civilians. That's who TNP is for. And check this out. These are just so cool. I love these shirts, how they turned out. We put a lot of work into these. I mean, we went through several designs I did, and I was like, I'm not happy with that. I heard you guys, you're saying, we don't necessarily want a gun shirt, and so I have 2 shirts actually this year. And I'm probably going to design some more. And you'll just keep going to that website, the Big Cartel site. We may host somewhere else later. If so, I'll annotate this video. But, so I have an adventure shirt, and this is the first one. And it's interesting because I really wanted something that wasn't 100% cotton, because honestly, I don't like wearing 100% cotton when I'm out there hiking. I've kind of preached about that on my adventures like Sub-Zero and Where the Air is Thin, Summer Snow. I never wear cotton. And so what we did is a 50-50 blend. It's 50 polyester, 50% cotton. Here it is. Check it. Oh, love it. What's that say? I can't read it. Oh yeah, live for adventure, adventure to live. That's an original saying I came up with because I think it captures what I want you guys to do. Is you watch the videos and you go out and spend those memorable times with your family and friends and your dogs. I got an update video coming out too. I just filmed it today about Allie. She's healing up, crossing our fingers. Watch that video. It's while we're buying lumber to make another TNP barricade at 200 yards. By the way, that turned out sick. I just got done building it tonight. There's the front of it right there, the adventure shirt. Make it count. Allie the mountain dog. That's on Glacier Call Adventure with my buddy Crockett 20. Cool t-shirt, huh? I like it. Pops out of the tan. It just looks so good. Okay, and then we also did that one in a limited edition. I repeat, limited edition blue. Okay, and this one is 100% cotton. Okay, so everything that I've said about cotton, I mean, if you guys love the cotton and it's comfortable, you'll love this. That's on blue. Make it count. And then on the fronts, I'm sorry, live for adventure, adventure live on the back, and there you go. Okay, and I forgot the other t-shirt. Doggone it. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, here we go. This is the gun shirt. Love this. This is so sick. Yeah, Fear No Evil. That is a Scar 17S. That was during the No Fear shoot with kel-tec earlier in 2011. Hope I'm centering that so you guys can see it. Man, that's a cool shirt. Love how that turned out. That gray just, it makes it pop so nice. And then on the front, There I am. I think that's an SU16CA, a multicam I'm holding there. Very cool. I was going to put a TNP like on the sides of the sleeves in big block letters like you see on the website right here, but it would have added a lot of cost, and so I kind of wanted to keep the cost down for you. All this stuff, you know, some guys may roll in, well, you're trying to make money. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, we do need to make some money because we've been operating in the red for all this time that I've started TNP. You know, ad revenue helps in YouTube, but it doesn't pay the bills. And so, yeah, absolutely, we want to make money and get this thing in the red. And heck, if someday it gets in the green and we end up making money, that's awesome. I'm all for that. It's not why I do TNP, and I think all my friends across the world know that. If that really was the case, I would be a lot better at merchandising. I mean, it's been a year and a half, really, since I've had a push. We did a few t-shirts last fall, but I suck at it. So, no, the motivation really isn't that. It's mainly to get you guys the stuff that you can wear and show off your affinity for the project. Man, that's just so cool. I love how that turned out. Let's see what we got. Oh, calendars. 2012 calendars. I'll go page by page on this, okay? There it is. Hold on. Yep, my ugly face on there. That is the Nut Fancy project, and this will be called year 4 because 2012 will be year 4. I started in 2008. And then, oh, I like this because I wanted to put in more pictures, kind of show what's been going on. And so, addictions to gear. I'm laughing because so many of you guys tell me, it's like, hey man, I watch all the time, but thanks for, you know, racking my credit card bills up. You guys don't spend yourself in the poorhouse with TNP, you know what I'm saying? Including this stuff. I mean, I want you in the green, but it's fun. Yeah, and then I'm shooting my beloved Rock River. No, that's a Bushmaster. Bushmaster there off the barricade. So many cool pictures there. Representation of lights, flashlights, that saw gauge seat. And then, oh, what was her name? I forget her name. The Pretty Girl Tapco girl. She's on there too. Throw a pretty girl in. Here comes February. And then sometimes I'll go with a single picture when it really captures one of the key aspects I feel of the Nut Fancy project. And I just love this picture I took. That's Crockett down in the valley. And the caption is, again, live to adventure, adventure to live. That's in Glacier Call. Just love that picture. It just moves me. Engagements of Steel. There we go. Next month. That's ultra cool. There's my son. There's my crew members. PFI dad, PFI dude. My ugly face. My sons are on there. And then Bucket Nuster's up there somewhere. Cool. The TNP Nation. There you go. That's what I'm going to start calling you guys. The TNP Nation. And there's all the buddies. There's Chad from Kel-Tec. God, he's ugly. Dude. Seriously. Bucket. Crew members. Crockett 20. The PFIs are all over that page. I sure appreciate my crew members, man. I just really do. You guys rock, and they help me so much. It's hard to do it alone. I mean, I could do it alone, but it's just not as fun. Sometimes I still will go out. I mean, I went out last Saturday alone and set the tripod up because sometimes when I call people, they will make time, but I know they're sacrificing huge, like family commitments, and I just didn't do that. And then Doodle had some stuff going on. Check this picture. I love that. You guys haven't seen that one before. Independence brings truth. I think I said that in my 2011 calendar, and it's true. In the Nut Fancy project, I'm very independent. You get the true scoop, man. And I'm working my bolt action stuff now. You'll see a lot more reviews coming. A lot more adventures coming. Man, I sure liked how that one I did, Point Break, turned out. That was fun. Yeah, I'm independent. I'm very close with a lot of my manufacturers. I mean, they're great, but they also know that I'll speak my mind. And if something sucks, I'm flat out going to tell them. And honestly, it will result in a better product. You know, kind of like the Gen 2 Tapco Mini 14 magazines. You know, if you don't speak the truth and you just say, hey, the Emperor's got clothes on, what good is it? What are you doing? It's worthless. That's not something I'm interested in doing. And again, that brings a lot of fans to the Nut Fancy project because they know I just don't BS them. Love this picture. Yeah, that was when we went out to test the Buck Hoodlum, Crockett 20 and myself. Man, I think that was Moonscape or Bad Adventure or something like that. TNP Wilderness Moments. That's another one of those pictures. To me, it just captures a special moment. Because it's a lot of work getting up there. It's a lot of work prepping and de-prepping. And it's always worth the work when you go. Welcome to July 2012. Fun. There's Allie, our black girlfriend there in the center, chowing down the beans. I love that picture. I took that one at about I don't know, 10,000 feet elevation. These are all pictures that I took or my crew members took. The Nut and Fancy systems will bring us to August. And my EDC system is here as it was then. It evolves little by little, and it shows just a variety of guns and knives that I've talked about and reviewed. I'm looking at the viewfinder because I'm just checking out. I love that picture. That EDC knife by the Wilson Combat one. That is a cool knife. They're all cool. Love them all. Love that special edition. Took a picture of that. The special edition Tenacious. Excellent. Fun, fun, fun. Dudes, we were moving at light speed in December. There's a sponsored shoot we're doing this week. It's just gonna, I hope it turns out good. You'll see it. I don't want to say what it is. I think I mentioned in another video who's coming out this week to shoot with us. Big name in the gun industry. Check this, September. That's just me. Okay, and I didn't put any caption on that. I just like it because it just talks about the shooting moments out there in the desert. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's also very cool, as represented by that sunflower picture right there. The sunflower shoot with AT. Very cool. Got some 1911s, mosin-nagants there. And then that's just me and doing a lot of the stuff I do out there, shooting, and spending lots of money on ammo. Again, another reason that merchandising might help out a little bit. I think ammunition bills here, most I ever spent maybe $2,000 in 1 month. No joke, $2 grand in ammo. Check that, FN17S. That's the Fear No Evil, and then that's a new saying I'm going to come out with. Support rule of law. That's what I'm all about. Supporting rule of law. I love rule of law. Anything I can do to support it and defend it, I'm there. I hate raw. There you go. Love that. Sub-Zero Adventure in TNP. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Looks like a Christmas card. There you go. That's a calendar. 2012 TNP variety. Totally worth the money if you ask me. Everybody I show it to wants one, including my neighbors. They're like, man, I want one of those. I'm like, buy it. You know, I got to say they're going to be limited in production. We're not doing that many, so if you want one, jump on it. We may reorder some if they like really clean out, but generally I limit those calendars. And if you hang on to them, I think they're going to be kind of collectible. On to name tapes. These are fun. Fun name tapes. And I think I went to one of the videos and I was talking back and forth with the guys in the video saying, hey, what are some ideas for name tapes? I honestly forget what their suggestions were. I came up with some that I just love, and I think one of them I made it to name tapes because there's so many that I could do, but we're really, you know, we'll be overwhelmed in inventory if we're not careful. This one's coming back. I can't tell you how many guys have been asking for that. When are you going to get more suck less name tapes? Here you go. MC and in ACU. They're in the web store right now. Check it. Here's a funny one. Needs gimping. Oh, dude. I saw these roll in and I was like, dude, what did you, how did you spell it? It says should say needs jimping. He used a G. Oh, G. That's hilarious. He used a G and I was like, that's not how you spell it. And we looked it up. Sure enough, he'd misspelled it. I think this is going to be a cult classic. I wasn't even going to sell these because it was so embarrassing. But then I was like, you know what? That is hilarious. That it's misspelled, needs gimping, and that's how I feel after every run and gun anyhow. You're going to see me wearing this. Needs gimping. Yeah, I need to run until I'm a gimp. So that's up on the web store. I think this is going to be more popular than I would ever guess. And here's one. Came up with this one. I did, and I just like it. ACU Multicam. WROL sucks. Let's just remind ourselves of that fact for a moment, why don't we? And remind everybody who looks at it that we are not these extremists that are hoping that society goes belly up. Quite the opposite. We're trying to maintain rule of law and work through the system and, you know, deal with the problems in a very orderly and political fashion and affect change that way. We don't want to go into WROL, and I like that patch. It does suck. Just remind everybody. Here's one I think you guys are going to just love. This is a serious patch too because I want you to wear it when you start patrolling. Neighborhood patrols, you go into WROL, this is something you want to have on. It will identify your team members. Neighborhood watch. Walking around with the tactical gear, you know it. Don't mess with our neighborhood, please. We're heavily armed and we know how to use it. Neighborhood watch, I love that one. And this one I think was recommended by you guys. TNP sheepdog. I think this one's going to be popular too. So I think that we have that in ACU. I can't remember what I ordered in it, but there you go. Name tags. I may forgot some others. They're out there too. Here's comes something else too for merchandise. I told you we're trying to hit it hard. I was going to make this video earlier, but I'm like, it's not fair to make the video before I had everything in stock. Today, everything came in stock. I was tweeting it, and by the way, if you aren't subscribed to the Nut and Fancy Twitter page, you might want to, because I gave those guys first crack at all this stuff for like a week. I'm like, hey, we did get this in, we got that in, so my Twitter guy's been buying this stuff up, so you might want to beat them to it now that the word's out. Or not beat them to it, but join the fray. I was out in the desert Saturday, and what a gorgeous shoot it was. I mean, the moon came up over the horizon. I filmed it somewhere. I'll roll that into one of the videos. It was just still, quiet air, and I was just sitting there going, this is so cool. I was alone on that shoot because I didn't want to bug anybody else, and I just did some tripod filming. Got some real good data points. I mean, accuracy testing some guns, double checking zeros on some BUIS, some scopes that I had, checking loads, some 308 battle rifle reliability. I was in the moonlight and I looked down and I saw the shell casings on the ground. I'm not even making this up. This is dead serious. And I was like, God, that's freaking cool. I was the sun, not the sun, but the moon was glinting off the shell casings. And it just dawned on me, dink. TNPers would like to have that, I bet. It's so, I move at such speed, you know, in TNP. I'm working. Sometimes I don't slow down and I don't see the forest for the trees, whatever the heck that means. I saw it then. And I picked up on those shell cases and I was like, you know, this is a really cool memento. This because I know I would love to have this. And so here you go. On the Nut and Fancy Big Cartel site, an engraved, certified true shell casing from the testing process. Yep, it's going to come in several varieties. I might change it over time. But right now, you can get a shell casing that is engraved by me. And if, by the way, if it bears my signature, I'm hand engraving each of these, then it is an actual shell casing shot out of a TNP gun or one that is on loan, but generally one that TNP owns and that is in the testing process. This shell casing came out of a DPMS LR308, and it's going to be dated 12/10/2011. I'll try to put the date on there. You'll definitely get the month and the year on it. And then this one is actually an upgraded one. So this one was polished by Brasso. I did it. I engraved it. And then you're going to get a mini certificate of authenticity. Right there. Picture of me. The pictures will change over time. That's what we're doing now. And then on the back, or actually it's going to be stamped with the LLC stamp. TNP LLC for authenticity. So you know it's not forged. Okay, and I think the price on those, because it takes me a while to put them all together and engrave them, I mean, it's not going to be like totally cheap, but it's actually, and I forgot to mention this is a very important point, it's not really meant for sale. It's actually meant for people who are giving donations. Over the last 3 years, actually, we've only been doing merchandising for a couple of years, we had a donation button and people would go and donate. You know, they donate $10, sometimes $25, sometimes more. And we use that money to buy the gear, buy the ammunition, and repair Allie, thank you very much, in her surgeries. We don't solicit that, and I'm not doing it now, but one thing I would do to our donors is occasionally as I had time, and it was really tough for me to do and I wasn't good at it, is I'd send them something cool. I'd send them a little engraved knife, a thank you card, an autographed picture. And so when I was out there in the desert a couple days ago, I was like, that would really be a cool thing that TNPers would like. And it'd actually be a cool way to make sure that people who are donating to the product or to the project have something that's worthwhile and meaningful. And that's what I came up with, this. So these are for the donors. I mean, you can consider it buying, but I consider it as a donation. I mean, I think this one's going to go for $25. Yeah, that's, I don't know, it's probably a lot for that, but it takes us time to make it. It takes me away from the videos, family, and work and stuff. But more importantly, it gives the donors, which can't speak, something. And it kind of makes the process more worthwhile for them. Okay, here's another shell casing. And you can just get the casing too, that will be less. Okay, and it'll just come like this. Not polished, it's going to be engraved with the gun when it was shot. And that's all you're going to get, the shell casing, just like that. And they're all fired, okay, so they're not live ordnance, obviously. And it's just going to be valid where you live. In other words, there's some legalities where we can't ship it to you, then we're not going to ship it to you. Okay, sorry, I don't know if there's some countries where you can't ship shell casings or something stupid like that. Yeah, it's dumb. This one's out of an 8mm Mauser, a Yugo 2447. Oh, didn't know I was testing that, did you? Now you do. This one's polished by me, Brasso. Check it, nothing fancy. The date, Yugo. Wait, there's more. Okay, for the upgrade, and these will be more expensive because they're harder to do, I got to machine them, or we're going to have to pay someone to machine them for us. You're going to get a necklace. Sick. This is like, I put this together, I showed Dooley, he's like, man, I would love that. I would too. And by the way, if I see you wearing one of these at SHOT Show, wherever I run into, you're immediately going to get rolled in on the camera. This is the prototype necklace. It's basically a shell casing that I've engraved. This one's labeled as prototype. There'll only be one of those in the world. We keep that in the family for now. They'll be more valuable when I die. Nothing fancy. That's out of the Yugo. That's an 8mm casing, polished with 550 cord put through it, and beveled so that 550 cord doesn't tear. And that actually took me a lot longer than I thought it would. I mean, I had to work at it. I'm talking sanding, beveling, drilling, and so yeah, it's going to be more expensive. And then right now we're just do a 550 cord, not quick detach. Okay, so if you buy it, you assume all liabilities. Okay, it's a rope around whatever you're going to hang it on. Okay, so that is the shell casings, and if they flop, that's fine. I suspect they're going to be very popular, and to the point where we may have to limit how many I do, because it takes me a while to do them. They're all made by me. If they start really taking off, then maybe on the necklace stuff we'll farm them out and have someone do the machining operation, but I'll hand engrave each one. You're going to get a certificate of authenticity with each one. I gotta wrap this up. Finally, I'm gonna start putting used TNP gear on my site. I've been doing it on some other site, or one site, PFI Dude's site, but when it's something easy that we can ship out, kind of like this Leica CRF 1200, we're doing it. And it's going to have everything you buy from our website, the big cartel site at nutnfancy, is going to have a certificate of authenticity. I'm just into that. That will tell the world that that is something that was actually used in the nutnfancy project. It was rolled on camera. There'll be dozens, if not more, videos showing us using that object, and I think it will add to its value. I think that object, will go up in value, depending on what happens here in TNP. So score it while you can. Sometimes, honestly, there's a lot of buy-in going on with the gear, the ammunition and stuff in TNP. I actually, over time, have preferred to buy the gear, put it in inventory. That way I'm not on a time schedule to review it, but it's very expensive, and sometimes I'm having a real hard time selling it. Like the SR556, one of them that was tested, bought it, we're trying to sell it. We're still trying to sell that thing. It's on, let's see, whose website's on it? I think PFI Dudes, firearmsprostore.com has it on there. So if you want it, buy it. I'm going to reduce the price on that big time. And if you want signed certificate of authenticity. Oh man, what a big day this has been. T-shirts, calendars, everything that you guys have asked for, you got it before the end of 2011. It is a fun time in TNP. This week I'm going to break out with some other videos you guys are going to love. They're going to be fun, and we're doing a shoot with a manufacturer. Here we go, I'll just tell you, it's Troy Industries. Okay, Troy Industries is coming out this week. We're shooting them. Good times, and I got a barricade for the 200-yard stage. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me and all my friends, my family. Allie wishes you well. This is nutnfancy. Signing off. Thanks for the support. See you at the web store. Out.